So we usually start off shooting sparks. I mean, that's kind of what we're about. But with this particular project, I'm going to go into an explanation, and we're kind of going to go through the whole thing bit by bit as this bike gets rebuilt, this frame gets rebuilt. Now, this thing was bought from through eBay in New Jersey, and it had some cracks in the chainstay back here near the dropout with signs of rust back here. And I did this marking myself here just a little while ago to describe to the customer what we have going on here. The only evidence we had of rust was this area here, and the bridge was looking pretty rough. So I cut the bridge out, and things started looking worse at that point when we discovered all this here. And I went to test the material with a spring-loaded punch that I use, which I'll show you. This is a spring-loaded center punch here, and what I do is use this to test the material on rusty frames to see how bad it is. Because if this thing will put a dent in it, we got problems. So I went to go test this, and the punch went right through it right there. So I've been talking back and forth with the customer, and what we decided to do was, since we know this is bad, this is the same thing. It has a hole rusted right through inside the bridge right there. So what we're going to do is take it off here and here, and we're also going to cut this chainstay out from here to here. That's going to allow me to get an endoscope inside of it, and I'll be able to see how this is right here. If this is in good shape, we can assume that this is in good shape because there's no rust has broken through either one of the seat stays at this point. So this thing might have taken a swim at some point in its life, didn't get dried out properly, and the chainstays were left full of water. It's hard to say. It could have been parked under a drain spout, or just have no idea. But anyways, it got water and it stayed in there. So we're going to get into that in just a second. I got a couple more sips left in my coffee. This is not terrible in here. So this is probably, this is what I just cut off right here. So this, I was able to file that and get a pretty clean edge on there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paint off the outside, and I'm going to see if I can run a bead on it to figure out what kind of material, if it's all rust or if there's something good in there. For those of you that want to know the settings that I'm at, it's about 125 amps, maxing out at that. I'm probably going to only be welding at 30 or 40, and nothing else. 13 cubic feet of argon, gas lens, 332 tungsten, thoriated. What else? What else do you want to know? Okay, I was able to run a bead right on the end of that tube. So that's good. So that part of it doesn't absolutely need to be replaced. We're talking over what the remediation plan is, so I'm just doing some exploratory work right now. So now let's cut the other side. Oh, before I do that, I have to reverse engineer the frame. It's going to take a couple minutes, so I'll be right back. These are the assorted pieces we have to support the head tubes, and there's also these, there's that. Wow, this thing says it has a 74 head angle. Very racy. $65 millimeters a drop, which I think is kind of unlikely. Right? Should only have from wheel radius down like maybe 30. So the fork dimension I have is wrong. So